Hi, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kira.
And we are the Keepers of the Books, your online librarians. And we're here with our second picture book haul. So we have a selection of books. Most of them are review books that we've received from publishers recently. They're going to be a lot of fun to share with you.
Just in time for spring, an excellent day. Thumper from Bambi. As he goes through the forest trying to find all the different mama birds and their eggs. You'll notice this is a fun lift the flap book. I love the pictures. I love Thumper. And the text is very simple. You'll find that this book has very colorful pictures that have some contrast to them. So it's perfect for the toddler age, even up through early preschool if they really enjoy lift the flap books.
And this is a board book, and it's a great one to put in an Easter basket. And this is a review book from Disney Press. Dinosaur vs. Mommy by Bob Shea has recently come out in a board book. This is a review book from Disney Hyperion. This book is about Dinosaur trying to disrupt everything Mommy does. Whether it's folding the laundry, trying to buy milk, or sleeping in, this is how Dinosaur creates havoc in all of those situations. Who wins in each situation? Is it Dinosaur or is it Mommy?
I love this series because board book or picture book, you will get a huge laugh out of this book, even if you're the adult.
Another board book is Disney Babies Look at Me. This is a review book from Disney Press. This is a great book because each page has this little mirror in there to recognize facial expressions and emotions. So you see, here's Mickey, he's happy, he's smiling, and so you look in the mirror and you smile at Mickey too. So this is a great one just because, number one, kids like looking in mirrors and seeing themselves, and two, it's good because they can recognize those facial expressions and learn how that works in their own face as well as in others.
A story that spanned the ages in Star Wars, and this is Revenge of the Sith, which was episode 3, I believe. This is a review book from Disney Lucasfilm Press. This has an audio feature with it because it's a read-along storybook. And I love these kind of books because it's always a full cast. You'll not only have Michael D. Hanks as your narrator, but Hayden Christensen as Anakin, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan, Matthew Wood as General Grievous, Natalie Portman as Padme Amidala, and Ian McDermott as Chancellor Palpatine and Darth Sidious, and Frank Oz as Yoda. So these are the actors who played the characters as well, so the voices will sound identical to what you're used to. The illustrations are the movie pictures, and it's just a fun adaptation that this brings it down to the reading level of ages 3 to 7, or preschool to about 2nd or 3rd grade.
This is also a great book for kids who are reading at a lower level than they're used to, or for ESL students because it's a story for all ages, and they can listen and read at the same time, follow along, and that increases their ability to read by 2 grade levels, and it also increases their fluency and comprehension and helps them to develop as a reader. I have this one in 2 languages for you. This is The Secret Spell Book, or El Libro de Hechizos Secretos. These are both level 2. They both have stickers.
And they both have their Lexile level on them too, which is...
So in English, it is a 600L reading level, and in Spanish, it is a 680L Lexile level. And level 2 is going to be simple storylines, compound sentences, and contractions. And in Spanish, it's historias interesantes, oraciones compuestas, y estilo informal. Those are the Spanish level 2 reader goals, and they are different than the ones in English. My favorite thing is on the stickers. It says, believe in yourself and the impossible can happen. That's the thing at the end of the book. And that's it in English and in Spanish. Cree en ti mismo y lo imposible puede hacerse realidad. Elena is throwing a party and she invites all of Avalor, and her friend Mateo is going to be the wizard for the castle, and he's a little nervous. He doesn't know if he's gonna make a good royal wizard, and then an evil wizard comes and he turns everybody to statues. Mateo throws a spell, and then they have to race against time and find the clues and find the grandfather's spellbook. It's a good story in both languages.
A Spy Called James. This is the true story of James Lafayette and how he thwarted the plans of General Charles Cornwallis of the British Army. Even after the American Revolution, he was forced to go back to being a slave. It wasn't enough to free him. What happened to him afterwards. The illustrations are very well done. The text is a little longer than the average picture book, but it makes it great for reaching up into the higher elementary and middle school ages. This would be a great story to read aloud with your students or the older age group. This is by Anne Rockwell and illustrated by Floyd Cooper. This is a review book from Carol Rhoda and Kiss the Book.
These books are great in middle school because the Revolutionary War is in the 8th grade curriculum. Picture books are a fantastic way to introduce subjects and topics. Elena of Avalor, my best friend's birthday. This one has stickers as well. Oh, this is a good statement. Be the kind of friend who brings out the best in others. What a good goal. This book is about Naomi. It's Naomi's 16th birthday, and it seems like everybody's forgetting it. She's not gonna have a party. Nobody's gonna remember. It brings together two cultures. It brings together Elena and the concept of a quinceañera versus the other culture where the 16th birthday party is the same concept. And it compares and contrasts, and basically it talks about how to be a good friend and on both their parts, Naomi's and Elena's. It has some great bright pictures like all the Elena of Avalor books do. It compares the two concepts, and Elena is going to throw her a birthday party for a quinceañera +1.
Leave Me Alone by Kes Gray and Lee Wildish. This follows the story of a little boy who is being bullied by a giant. His friends Cow, Pig, Frog, and many more decide to come and help him and figure out what's going on. And when he tells them that he's getting bullied by a giant, they step in to try and help him save the day and stand up for himself. Very cute illustrations, fun text, and I like how all his friends get together and become a powerful force that scares the giant away. So this is a great book for any kids who are dealing with bullying and need a little push to stand up for themselves.
This is also a great book in the classroom to deal with the concept of bullying and in the setting your classroom rules and expectations and how to deal with this kind of thing. Or as a teacher dealing with it if it's an issue. Dormouse Dreams by Karma Wilson and illustrated by Renata Liwska. This book has amazing illustrations. A little dormouse who sleeps through the winter. And if you look at the pictures, it's just kind of cute to really see inside the burrow and notice the changes. And outside you notice that there's foxes playing and different things going on, and still the little dormouse sleeps through everything. So spring arrives and still dormouse sleeps. You can see how cute these pictures just really are. They're just these colorful little sketches and they're adorable. The story itself is really just cute and simple and a happy little one. You can talk about hibernation. And this is a review book from Disney Hyperion.
I Love You Baby by Giles Andrier and Emma Dodd. This follows the story of a big brother as he adapts to his new little brother and realizes how much he loves having a little brother. The author does a great job of detailing the characters. They both do a great job of using different punctuation and really bringing to life the joy of having a sibling.
It's a great book to help new older brothers and sisters know a little bit more about having a baby around. Queen Dog by Bridget Hios and illustrated by Alejandro O'Keefe. This is a review book from Disney Hyperion. This is an adorable book with just beautiful pictures. This is about a little dog who runs the house and is in charge of everything. She's completely pampered, completely spoiled, and just completely adorable. And then a new baby comes home. All of a sudden, Queen Dog is not the queen around here. Not all the toys are hers, not all the attention is hers. And the baby screams. And there's all kinds of disruption in Queen Dog's life. She does not like the baby. But of course, she learns to love the baby. And it's another great book to help kids deal with bringing a new baby home. I love the pictures.
Let me finish! By Min Lee. This book is an adorable book about a young boy who is trying to get a book read. He doesn't care which book, but if each time he gets to the good part of the book, an animal comes along and spoils it. We all know how much we hate spoilers, and this is just a fun spin-off of that. It's a great story to get kids laughing as well as teach them some fun ways how conversations work in books.
Steamboat School is inspired by a true story. It goes off a nonfiction story, so you could use compare and contrast with the history versus the real book and use that in the classroom. It's by Deborah Hopkinson and illustrated by Ron Husband. This is a story of courage in St. Louis, Missouri, 1847, and his name is James. When he first starts school, they practically have to drag him there. He doesn't want to be in school, and he just doesn't enjoy it. And eventually, he learns to love school in the Candle School. You can see the pictures. I really like the pictures. They're simplistic yet realistic. So eventually the school is shut down because there's a new law forbidding education of African Americans in Missouri during that time period. Reverend John Barry Meacham builds this new school, and it's floating on a boat in the Mississippi, which is just outside the boundary of where this historical unjust law happens. So it's based on true events, and Ron Husband's illustrations are amazing, and they bring this to life. They help people to understand the students and their refusal to accept this discrimination just because of the color of their skin, and how they're allowed to learn too. So that's your story of courage. Just look at the pictures. This is a great book to use in both elementary school and middle school when teaching this time period. It is a review book from Disney Hyperion.
Freedom in Congo Square. So this is the story of how during the time of slavery, slaves would gather in Congo Square one day a week on the one day they were allowed off. And it follows kind of their story of what their life was like leading up to Sunday and how much fun it is on Sundays in Congo Square. The text is simple. The pictures in this book are a little dark for my taste, but they bring to life the story very well. And it's based off a true story and true events during the year of 1817 when a city law was passed that made it so slaves could only gather in Congo Square on Sundays.
The Haunted Mansion. This one has a CD in it. It's a review book from Disney Press. The CD has the song in it. You know the song because there's the CD. You've been to this place in Disneyland, I hope. The music is by Buddy Baker. The lyrics are by Xavier Atencio. The illustrations are by James Gillard. I like the pictures. They're kind of creepy, but they fit. The pictures look similar to some of the concepts in the ride in the movie. You know the song, listen to it, sing along, and enjoy. It's a great book for story time or just to sing and enjoy any time of year, not just Halloween. So this is a review book by Disney Press.
They All Saw a Cat by Brendan Wenzel. This is the story of a cat as he ventures across an unknown space and distance, and each animal runs into the cat, and you see it literally through their point of view. You don't realize it at first when you first start seeing it until you see ones like the bee, and you see how the bee would see a cat. But how does the cat see the cat? You'll have to find out. Fun illustrations, cute short story, perfect for story time or for anyone who has a kid who is obsessed with animals, particularly a cat.
And it's a New York Times bestseller by Brendan Wenzel.
Lotus and Feather by Gigi Zhang and illustrated by Julia Downing. This follows the story of Lotus, who, due to an illness, she lost her voice, but she has her own way of communicating, and she lives with her grandfather, who she absolutely loves. Together they rescue a wounded crane, and she names him Feather, and together the two help each other to heal and grow and become completely different people. The illustrations are quite beautiful. I just love how the author has brought the text to life in ways where you can see words emphasized differently, and Julia Downing does a great job of making the illustrations complementary of the text. It is a review book from Disney Hyperion.
So that is our picture book haul number 2. I hope you find some books that you enjoy that might make some great presents or Easter basket stuffers or any other type of reading. There's some great curriculum books in there as well. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any other books you want to share with the viewers, please put those in the comments. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.